Madison Sheahan, again, the ICE Deputy Director, here with us now. So great to see you today. Thanks for coming on. Can you tell us more about Operation Dirtbag and what the administration was able to accomplish?
Absolutely. Thanks to the leadership of President Trump and Secretary Noem, the men and women of ICE are able to work in partnership using our 287G program with the state of Florida, as well as any state that wants to come in and work with us. This particular operation, we were able to go after some of the worst that were in Florida communities. These are people who have taken advantage of our children. These are people with sexual crimes that they've committed against our children. We arrested over 230 people, 150 of them that have committed some kind of sexual crime against our children. And what we've seen is that it is our job as law enforcement to go and protect the most vulnerable. And the Democrat media continues to push that that's the criminally illegal aliens that they want to protect. Kristi Noem and President Trump, they want to protect the most vulnerable. They want to protect our children. And that's what the men and women of ICE did with the state of Florida just this week.
Yeah, and going farther than that, look, it's difficult to carry out operations, federal operations, if you don't have a cooperative city or state official or officials. Secretary Noem highlighting this, saying the partnership with Governor DeSantis in Florida is a model you want to replicate across the country. So can you talk about that now? How critical it is for federal and state governments to work together on this operation? There are obviously some, like those in Illinois, who do not want to work together.
Absolutely. We want to work in partnership with state governments. We want to be able to share intel, share targeting information. We want to be able to work with local law enforcement that has information on the ground about where these criminals are, where illegal aliens are every single day. They have firsthand knowledge of that. When we have great partnerships like we do with the state of Florida, with Governor DeSantis, their commissioner of law enforcement, who I was able to spend a lot of time with yesterday, we're then able to maximize our output as ICE. We're able to really truly go after the people that are in these communities that should have never been here in the first place. When you have sanctuary city policies like Governor Pritzker has and Governor Newsom has, they have criminals who flock to their communities because they know that they're safe. And when that happens, it is harder for us to go into these communities. Now, look, we will continue to go into them. We'll continue to have strong operations in the city of Chicago, in California. We'll continue to go into these target areas. But what we find is that criminals flock to sanctuary cities. When the men and women of ICE can't come do their job, we'll continue to do our job every single day to go after these criminals that are allowed to run free, thanks to people like Governor Pritzker and Governor Newsom.
All right. Well, it was Governor DeSantis who was at the press conference. We've got a soundbite, what he had to say about this joint operation. Let's listen.
Some of these guys had committed offenses against children, sexual predators. These were people that under the Biden administration, they were allowed to just roam with no threat of serious deportation. The times have changed. We have tremendous momentum in the state of Florida because of our leadership on being the #1 state to support the Trump administration's policies to take illegal aliens who are in our country, remove them, and send them back to their home country.
And he really echoes, Madison, what you're talking about when it comes to cooperation. But could you speak to how widespread this problem could be within our country?
Well, look, thanks to the open border policies of the previous administration, we'll never know the exact amount of people that have come into this country. But what we do know is that we have over 1.7 million people with final orders of removal. We have countless people with criminal records, not only here in the United States, but also in their home country. And the men and women of ICE put their lives on the line every single day to go after these criminals and remove them from this country. We are ushering in the golden age of law enforcement in this country right now, thanks to President Trump and the leadership from Secretary Noem.
All right, Madison Sheahan joining us, ICE Deputy Director. Madison, thanks so much. We appreciate the time with you.
Information. Truth. Is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.